What's up guys, and welcome back to the investing journey. And today we're going to take a look at my dividend income in the month of November from a 36,000 euro dividend portfolio. In total, I received dividend payments from 6 different companies. So without further ado, let's check out the first dividend payment. The first dividend payment that I received was from AT&T. I received 12 euros and 78 cents. So let's check out my current holdings. As of right now, I'm owning 53.67 shares with an average buy-in of 16 euros and 37 cents. So in total, I invested close to 900 euros and my position is up over 36% or 323 euros. If you're including dividends, my whole performance is 509 euros, as you can see here on the right side. If you check out the performance from AT&T, we can see over the last year they're up 3.58%, and year to date they're up almost 1%, so not too bad. And we're actually trying to buy some more shares of AT&T. I'm trying to get to 100 shares maybe next year, but for that I think the share price have to go a little bit lower so I can get a better price or better dividend yield. As of right now, the current dividend yield is 4.43%, so pretty good to be honest. They have a low payout ratio of only 37%, but the only thing that is not so good in my opinion is the negative dividend growth with 16.26%, which is pretty rough to be honest. Maybe it's here a big number because of the split from like 3 years ago, but as you can see here in the last year they actually raised their dividends only close to 1%, so not that much, but with a starting yield of 4.4%, I think that's not that bad. So if the dividend growth is a little bit slower, I think that's fine for me. So let's check out the next dividend income that I received. The next dividend income came from Lowe's. I received 4 euros and 16 cents in November so far. So let's check out my position. Lowe's is a bigger position in my portfolio. As you can see here, I'm owning 6.5 shares with an average buy-in of 195 euros. So I'm currently up 7.15% or 91 euros. If you're including my dividends, I'm actually up 130 euros and 50 cents. If you check out the performance of Lowe's, you can see here in the last year they're actually down almost 20%, so that's a big drop. And year to date they're down 14%, so still a very big drop. But maybe you saw it in the last video, I actually bought some Lowe's a couple of weeks ago where I invested 500 euros, so I think I got a pretty good price for that. And I probably bought it around here, so in the mid-range of here, so 195 euros probably. So my position should be in the green, so I think that's a pretty nice entry if you're trying to build up your position in Lowe's company. The third dividend payment came from Apple, where I received a small dividend of 1 euro and 96 cents. Obviously Apple isn't known for their high dividend payments, but still I have a big position in Apple, and that's why I got like close to 2 euros. So let's check out my current holdings. Apple is my second largest position in my whole dividend portfolio. I'm currently owning 8.78 shares with an average buy-in of 151 euros. So that's a pretty good buy-in to be honest. So I'm currently up 58 or close to 60% or 781 euros. And if we're including my dividend payments, I'm actually up close to 800 euros or probably around 60%. If you check out the performance of Apple over the last year, they're actually up 5.22%, and year to date they're close to 1%, a little bit more. So not that much, but you have to remember where they're coming from. As you can see here in April, they were pretty low with 157 euros. So after that, they made it all the way up to 240 euros. So I think it's a nice comeback, and therefore I'm not unhappy about that. They are only up like here 5% over the last year. I think that's pretty good. My fourth dividend payment came from AbbVie, and the total I received in dividends was 8 euros and 71 cents. So let's check out the current position of mine. I'm currently owning 6.17 shares of AbbVie with an average buy-in of 127 euros. So my position is up 53% or 423 euros. If we're including dividends, My whole performance is actually a little bit higher than that. As you can see here, it's more like 521 euros, so probably around maybe 56 or 57%. I'm holding FV for a while now, I think probably like 2 or 3 years actually. That's why my buy-in is so low. I'm hoping that FV is going to drop a little bit more in the future so I can buy up some more shares for the long run. Probably not coming down to 127 like I have in my average buy-in, but maybe to 150, 140 would be nice so I can snatch up some more shares for a better dividend yield. If you check out the performance from AbbVie over the last year, they're actually up 13.25%, so that's pretty neat. And year to date, they're up 12.20%. If you check out the current dividend stats, if you're buying AbbVie right now, you're getting a starting yield of close to 3%, which is pretty good to be honest. They have a high payout ratio of 510%, not sure if that's correct. Going to have to double check that. And they have a high dividend growth rate of close to 10%, which is pretty nice as well. My fifth dividend payment came from Main Street Capital, the monthly dividend paying company, and I received 3.39 euros. So let's check out my current position. I'm currently holding 35.35 shares with an average buy-in of 44.89 euros, so I'm up 189 euros or 11.92%. With dividends included, my whole performance is actually much better and is 379 euros. And as the same with lows, I actually purchased 500 euros in Main Street Capital like a couple of weeks ago. So the next monthly dividend payment in December should be much higher than only the 3.39 euros. If you check out the performance from Main Street Capital, we can see over the last year they're down 4.72%, and year to date they're actually down almost 30%, so they had a big drop. In my opinion, not too bad. I'm trying to get a little bit more of Main Street Capital shares just for the monthly cash flow. So if they're going to drop a little bit more, I wouldn't be mad about it. If you check out the current dividend stats, if you're buying Main Street Capital as of right now, you're getting a starting yield of 7.5%. With the big dividend starting yield, you're going to receive a nice dividend growth rate over the last 3 years of over 20%, which in my opinion is probably not sustainable. More around like 5 or 7% should be sustainable. Plus you're going to get a payout ratio of 72%, which is not too bad in my opinion. Still a lot of room to maintain and increase the dividends in the future. And last but not least, my sixth dividend payment came from Procter & Gamble, where I received 9.62 euros. So let's check out my current position. For Procter & Gamble, I'm currently holding 14.49 shares with an average buy-in of 134 euros. So I'm actually down 5% or close to 100 euros. If we're including dividends, my whole performance isn't that negative, it's only down 47%. Yeah, 47 euros. I actually purchased 500 euros of Procter & Gamble a couple of weeks ago just to dollar cost average into my position, and that's why my buy-in is at 134 euros. And if Procter & Gamble is going to get down some more, I'm going to buy some more shares with a better yield. If you're speaking of yield, let's check out the dividend stats. If you're buying Procter & Gamble as of right now, you're getting a starting yield of close to 3%, which is pretty good. My aim is to the dividend yield. They're going to have a nice dividend growth rate of 8.5% over the last 3 years, so that's pretty nice as well. And they have a current payout ratio of 36%, so the same as Main Street Capital. They still have a lot of room to maintain and grow their dividends in the future. Those were my 6 dividend payments. So in total, I received a dividend payment of 40.62 euros in November, which is a year-over-year growth of 10.36%. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of my dividend income. Let me know down in the comments below your best dividend payment stocks in November, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.